try to walk the cat?
Yep, and she hated it. Like, she just sat down at the door and backed up into it because she's like, I can't do it. Nope. And then a car came by and she was ready to bolt inside. Her heart was like racing. So,
Oh,
traumatic moment for the Sioux.
relatable animal.
She knows
Can't
I'm
go.
talking about her. She's looking at me with that pensive glare.
She's probably still
Pens-
mad because she's still in that dang harness.
Well, she's going to be in it all day.
Ooh.
She's got to learn.
I'm going to be lively and energetic today.
I can tell.
How do you do this?
Heart. Hey! Okay.
Cool.
I have magical wizard powers for this video.
Illuminati.
Welcome to Conversations on a Broken Couch.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Conversations on a Broken Couch. My name is Nathaniel Welch, and I am joined by Scott and Brandon, who are together right now in Florida. Brandon has been talking about for like months and months now going to visit Scott, and this is the week that he has. So tell me, gents, how's it been? What have you guys been doing?
Oh boy.
It's
Well,
hot.
yeah, it's very hot. Yes. Um,
Yeah, a little heat wave
you.
going on right now.
I ate Chick-fil-A for the first time.
Yep.
Okay.
I traveled through San Diego Airport and it was something. And then I went to Disney World yesterday and it was awesome. It was dope.
Specifically Hollywood.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to all four parks. That's too much in one
Okay.
day.
Okay. I didn't know they had different. I thought it was just the Disney World.
Yeah, so Magic Kingdom, that's the one with the castle.
Okay.
It's also got the Tron ride, which is freaking dope.
Oh, okay.
And that's got like Space Mountain. It's got Pirates of the Caribbean, stuff like that. It's Small World.
Okay.
All the princesses, all that stuff. Hollywood is where you've got Star Wars Land, Toy Story Land, the whole like Chinese theater. I think it's called Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Tower of Terror.
Oh, did you guys go on that?
Roller Coaster. We did. It was the
Yeah.
first thing we went on.
Okay.
We
Did
went
you
on, like,
pressure him into it, Brandon?
No, I've been on
So,
Tower many
okay.
times.
It
Okay.
turns
my
out,
favorite.
Nathaniel, Scott is not scared of heights.
I mean,
Like
I
he
am.
Well,
used to
Tower
be.
would just be taller.
Well, so Brandon called me on. So you left on Tuesday, but I think you called me on Saturday. Might have been Friday.
Yeah, and I was like, Nate, what is Scott scared of?
And I said he likes roller coasters, but I think because he doesn't like airplane turbulence, the ride he would dislike the most would be the Tower of Terror because of how it drops. But I guess not. So,
No,
but
so when Itana and I started coming to Hollywood on our own, um, Tower is her favorite ride, so we tend to go
wow.
on it at least once.
Okay.
Every time we come. So I've been on it multiple times. But we got to take Brandon on it, so it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
It's all
fun.
Twilight Zone themed.
Which I told that to Brandon, and he said that might be the one I'm the most afraid of too. So, how'd it
It
go,
was
man?
actually not bad at all because it was indoors. It wasn't outdoors, so
Okay.
it didn't bother me in the slightest.
You know, your initial thought is that when they raise you up and then they drop you, it's going to be a hard drop. But it's like it starts fast and they just slow the descent, just to like rubber band you back up, kind of. So it's
Okay.
really not that bad.
No.
But it's fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish it was taller so that you could fall more.
I'm surprised they don't have that. So you're saying they don't have the outside view anymore?
No, they do. It's just they open windows on the inside, and you look out the
Okay.
windows because you're supposed to be going down. The lore is you're in a maintenance elevator in a hotel.
Okay.
And you're going into the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Cool, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Tower of Terror. Oh, I'll finish what I was saying. So that's Hollywood. Animal Kingdom is it's like a zoo.
It's like Lion
they got
King and
animals
Jungle
and stuff,
Book and stuff, or
that kind of
it's
stuff.
just a zoo.
I've only gone there once, and
Do
we
they have
did
rides?
2 rides.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had a roller coaster. It's like a Mount Everest themed roller coaster, and it's all about the
Okay.
abominable snowman.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That was a cool one. And then they have the Avatar experience.
Blue people.
Yeah, so you get
Blue
on these
people Avatar.
these
Okay.
like motorbikes, and you put on these large goggles, and they pretty much say, all right, you're gonna become one of the Navi now. And they have this big, like, you hold on to the bike and it rocks around and stuff
Mhm.
and there's motion, and you are going through the Avatar world. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
They have like little water that spritzes at you and stuff. But it's also a 3 hour wait for the most part.
Oh
So
my goodness.
as you're just winding through a long line
That's crazy.
throughout the park just to get into
Oh,
this
you
one
probably get
ride,
to see all the things though, which is cool.
it's
Monkey and
a fully
orangutan and
not really.
Dude, I think the people who design the wait lines need more money. Dude, those things, it's
They're out there.
impressive how they take such a small space and loop it in a way where people can be there for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh, um, shoot, I forgot just to send you another video, Nate.
okay.
Um, we were doing Rise of the Resistance in Hollywood. Oh, sorry. The fourth park is called Epcot. It's around a giant lake, and it's got little sections that are like different countries. So you have your French section, your Canada section, your Mexico section, all that stuff. It's got food, it's got drinks, it's got Guardians of the Galaxy. That ride's cool. It's got Ratatouille. Ratatouille's a
Okay.
ride. Anyway, so we were
Do
going
you
through the ride.
pull on a guy's hair or something or
No, you sit in a cart and it does
okay.
things.
You got to make a perfect risotto.
Absolutely. um, we were going through Rise of the Resistance, and that line, as Brendan was talking about, the lines are really cool. The first part of the line takes you through an underground base, and it's kind of like you're going through, similar to the base in the first sequel movie in Force
Okay.
Awakens.
Yeah.
So it's got like the large crates with the detonators and all of them in there. It's got the racks with the different guns and the pilot suits,
That's super cool.
the helmets. It's so cool.
The the Star Wars Rise gets you like super immersed
Mhm.
in the environment before you even get to the ride.
That's really
All
cool.
of the Disney rides do is amazing.
They build it up so it's like you're a resistance recruit and you need to get off this planet.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Not to spoil anything, because I'd like to take you one day, Nate, so you can get your 2 cents on it. 3 cents maybe. But like, yeah, they have like the big old like star charts, the big green ones that you see in Echo Base. Um, and then there's a part in it. The last part of the line is you're on a star destroyer,
Okay.
and so you
Oh,
walk
wow.
out, and there's just like stormtroopers. And I have a video of Brandon encountering the stormtroopers for the first time, and it's really cool. So I'll send that to you later. But
That's cool.
yeah, the lions are super cool. They're super immersive. You know what you were saying?
I think I said my piece.
Oh,
Does it make
well,
you feel weird just being like I'm in a t-shirt and in Star Wars, but I'm just a guy in jeans and a t-shirt or shorts because it's Florida.
Nah, I didn't think about it at all.
I
That's
think about
cool.
it all the time. That's why I like to wear my pilot
It was just fun.
coat.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's immersive, but I know it's a ride. I know
Yeah.
what it is
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like I'm playing D&D and I forget who I am. And, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, like, force push Kylo Ren. It's not going to happen.
But he did show up.
You did.
Yeah.
What
We got
is
a
it?
Millennium Falcon.
What kind of which outfit is it? Is it the cracked helmet or the just the normal one? Okay, that's cool. Um,
Got the whole-
yeah. So you went on that. You said you did the Millennium Falcon. That right?
We didn't do the ride, but we
Okay.
took pictures by it.
Okay.
Yeah. While we were going through, we found a couple of roaming stormtroopers, and I mouthed off. It was great.
Yeah.
As they walked by, they were harassing a kid, so I yelled at them, "Get back to work!" And they said no.
It was like the slow head turn as they looked at Brandon.
Yeah. So I said, "Get back to work." They said no, and then I threatened to tattle on them to Kylo Ren. And they're like, "Oh, look at this smart guy."
That's funny.
It's
hilarious.
pretty seeing him in person. It's like, oh wow, they're kind of scary.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
They're the same size as me.
That's true. That was right before we
That's
tried
pretty
going
big.
blue milk.
Yeah, and then we drank
Oh,
blue
dude,
milk.
how's it taste? Is it good?
Good. It's all right.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You can almost eat it.
The
Yeah, it's kind of slimy. Like you drink it
okay.
and
I'd
you
imagine
go to
it
stop,
would be
and it
so.
just goes more.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
But it tastes good. It tastes like coconut. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like
I probably can't have it then.
yeah, it's
No,
like
I
that
probably wouldn't be able to
the
anyway. But
Are you
you can
allergic?
have a sip.
yeah, I can't have coconut. Anyway,
But
uh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um
Dad really, I don't. You probably haven't heard, but we on one of our Star Wars questions for Lamb to My Week, uh, we're talking about weapons and technology, and he asked, well, and the question was like, what is your favorite piece of Star Wars technology? And we talked about ships and all that kind of stuff, and like, what would you want to have in real life? And I'd be like, well, having a having Luke's land speeder could be cool, or an X-wing. Like, I don't know how I'd fill it up, but I wouldn't really want it. But like a land speeder, it's pretty practical. You don't have to change the tires, any of that stuff. If you can charge it and it doesn't cost too much, that's pretty great. But Dad says the one thing he would want, if he could get one thing from Star Wars, would be a blue the blue milk dispenser that the Larses had, and I was just at a at a complete loss for words. But eventually,
Really?
he wants to go to Galaxy's Edge and try the blue milk. So
you can try it.
yeah,
It's $9
what
for a
what's his
cup this
name?
big.
The milk they had on the set of A New Hope was really gross. It was just something
Really.
dyed blue, pretty much. Mark Hamill had to like not gag, but he said the one from Galaxy's Edge is pretty good. So yeah,
It's not bad.
cool that
I used to
you
not
enjoy
like
it,
it,
I
but every
guess.
time I go and get it, I'm like, I want more of this.
But
Wait a minute. You didn't like it, so you continued to buy it.
Yes.
it's not actually science.
Okay, so
The
the
more
first
you
time I did,
taste something, the more you like it.
but the second time I did it for a meme. And then I
Okay.
sat there and I was like, this is actually pretty good.
This guy.
And then the third time I did it was with Brandon. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's pretty good.
This guy.
That's interesting.
He actually finished his before I finished mine.
Oh yeah. Even though it has the consistency of snot, I drank that sucker down.
So what do they have there?
No.
Do they have like? So it is um 7 through 9 themed, right? They don't have like Dex's Diner or whatever.
No.
No, I
Okay.
wish, dude. That'd be dope.
They have this little it's like a it's like a food court in a bazaar.
Okay.
And they have this whole like it looks like Takadana, Maz's castle. They got all the
Oh,
hanging
that's cool.
lamps and
Yeah.
but they have this little. It's not like a cantina. It's like a taco stand.
Okay.
Um, but they make it look like a Star Wars taco stand, and you can go into this line up until 3 p.m. And you can get these. They're pitas.
Okay.
It's a sausage with coleslaw and I think like some pork stuff and like a ranch sauce wrapped in a pita. It's called a Rontu wrap.
We didn't get that when we were there.
No, no, we passed by it. We could have gotten it, but it's good. It's good. I liked it. So did Itana. Itana loved it. I think she liked it more than I did. Um, so there's that little thing, but there's also another like an indoor eating establishment where you can get all the different food things.
A restaurant?
Yeah, yeah, but like it's Star Wars, you know. So you want to call it.
Cantina
You wanna make it
or
sound cool.
I don't know.
Nah, the cantina, the actual cantina,
They
you
have a
have to.
cantina.
They do, but it's a 21 and up. You have to make reservations because
Oh,
it's all
okay.
like alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
So I haven't
Yeah.
been in there. I think maybe one day I will, just to try water, just to say that I've been there.
I
But-
wouldn't mind going in just to say I've been in there too. That'd
yeah,
be cool.
it'd be cool. Just I've been to the
Yeah.
cantina. But yeah, that restaurant, as you so plainly called it,
Plan. For Nathaniel's 21st birthday, we'll go to the cantina.
So I can drink water.
Exactly. That'd be hilarious. The three of us walk in like, I would like milk.
I would like your finest water.
I won't
Yeah,
say
but
it
it's
that
like
way.
it's got like actually really good food. It's
Okay.
pretty decent as far as like
Mhm.
restaurant food goes. And they give little blurbs of like, oh, this chicken came from this creature, and this beef came from this creature. So they make it sound very Star Wars.
This angel
So
food
there's
cake
more
is
to the
from my
food.
ego or whatever. Yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
that's
So
interesting.
it's cool. I had Star Wars lemonade, and it's just the Minute Maid lemonade logo, but it's an Orabesh. Uh, Here, if you want to grab the
That's
detonator
funny.
right there, and the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got these. This is what the Coke looks like,
Yeah, that's cool.
and there's the Dasani water.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's neat.
Yeah.
I think they're legally required to keep that in English
Yeah, they
for you
have to
though.
keep that in English, but
But
yeah,
even then, they put it in like a weird. Can you see it?
it's like in a font.
Yeah, it is like Star Wars Orabesh font, but it's
It's
not
very cool.
it's not the Orabesh characters. That's
No.
cool.
Yeah. And then they have a little popcorn dispensary where you can get red popcorn, green popcorn, or just regular yellow. Is it green? It might be blue, or yellow popcorn. And they
Wow.
have different like flavors. Like I think the red is like spicy. It's the dark side
Okay.
popcorn.
That's cool
Um,
though. That's interesting.
yeah.
What Scott, you have like a pass there, right?
Yes,
She's
Tana
Okay.
and I have annual passes.
Well, that sounds cool. And how anything else you guys have done besides go to Disney or whatever?
Chick-fil-A.
We went to
Besides
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. What'd you get actually? You've only gone once? It was your first
I
time
got the
ever?
Jesus.
You got the deluxe Chick-fil-A.
I got the
sandwich.
number 2,
Yeah,
and then we shared a thing of chicken nuggies.
good chicken, man. It's just good.
Oh, by the way, I need to weigh in on this because obviously my opinion matters more than any food critic. Chick-fil-A sauce, it's okay. It's a little overrated.
I was
I
curious
don't
what you'd
like
think
it.
about it
Though.
actually.
So what I did is I took the Chick-fil-A sauce. I tried it first. It was all right. Then I tried their barbecue. Good barbecue. And then what was the third one
You
again?
tried the Polynesian sauce.
That's right, the Polynesian. I tried that, right? So I used my French fries to test each one to see how it was. And then, because I'm a degen, I took all three, mixed them into one mixture, and tried that, and it was amazing.
I'm like 90% certain that the Chick-fil-A sauce is actually just like mayo and mustard. Or
You can
something
make
like
it. You
that.
can home
Is it
make it.
mayo and
I
ketchup?
think it's like honey mustard.
Oh.
There's no ketchup in that.
Huh.
It's honey mustard with something else. I don't know if it's mayo.
Well, it's something. It's mixed. It's got mayo in it.
No, probably, but
I'm
I don't
pretty
know
sure
if
it's
that's
mayo.
all it is.
Um, yeah, we went to Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
and you've never been to Chick-fil-A.
first time. I've never
Yeah.
been to a Waffle House either. I kind of want to try it.
We're not going to Waffle House. I'm not going to Waffle House
Why? What did Waffle House do to you?
because I want good food.
They
All
have
right,
Waffle Houses
I got a
everywhere,
call
man.
from my grandfather.
Say
Okay,
again,
and
Nate.
I said they have
I
Waffle
didn't hear
Houses
you.
everywhere, dude. Like the amount of dollar stores and Waffle Houses that seem to be littering the Midwest and the
They
South
don't
is
have them in
crazy.
Alaska.
Well, I don't.
I got a
Well,
call from my grandfather a couple months ago,
Oh no.
and he asked me about Waffle House, and I said, "Yeah, I didn't go. I heard it's pretty bad." And he said, "Yeah, it was bad when I was a kid."
it was bad when he was a kid.
Yeah,
It's
in
worse
like
now.
the 60s.
Yeah,
So I have no desire of
yeah.
going to what is potentially just like Denny's. I don't want to get stabbed in a Waffle House parking lot.
Yeah, sword fight in the Denny's parking lot. I don't know that Waffle House has those, but I think Waffle Houses are supposed to be a little more shady. I guess I don't know. Maybe I've been. I know I haven't been to a
Restaurant.
Waffle House. I've been to a pancake, whatever it's called. There's like a pancake version of that. That isn't shady that I've been to,
IHOP.
but
IHOPs are
no,
amazing.
not IHOP.
Do
I've
you
been to
like
IHOP.
waffles? Yes, we like waffles.
Actually, I do enjoy IHOP down here. IHOP down here is a lot better than IHOP in Anchorage.
Well, yeah, that's because it's in Anchorage.
That's because everything in Alaska is all the chains like that aren't as good.
Yeah.
Except for Golden Corral for some reason. The Golden Corral in Anchorage is solid.
Hey, Krispy Kreme, I'm gonna give Krispy
Okay.
Kreme that.
Really?
They're pretty good everywhere.
Golden Corral, I I can't do buffets, man. I can't do them. They just I just can't. I've heard too
Like
much.
touching all the food that other people has touched. It's great when like the servers actually serve it to you.
Yeah,
Some buffets do that.
I'd much prefer that, but
dude. In
oh,
in certain places in Asia, the the way buffets work is they've got you enter through different sized slats, and
whoa,
the smaller of the ones you can fit through, the cheaper your meal's gonna be.
whoa.
Yeah, yeah,
So the
because
real skinny
Asia
people get
Asia
barely get
likes to keep
charged,
big people from
but
getting super fat.
the big people, it's gonna cost them an arm and a leg.
That's cool.
Which
I
is
like that.
hilarious because in my experience, I've been out eaten by skinny people more often than I can think of. I'm a big guy, but skinny people can eat,
Well,
dude.
you see it too. I guess it depends on the skinny person. Like the skinny person who is sedentary probably doesn't eat too much, but the you
Active.
look at some of the best professional eaters in the world. I mean, you look at the guys eating those hot dogs every year. Some of them are jacked, dude.
Oh man,
Some of the best
Yeah.
professional
Joey
eaters are,
Chestnut.
are are gym dudes. Yeah, dude. He didn't do it last year. Let's see him win again.
I bet
He's doing it
you,
this year.
like,
But he
I bet you if you
gyms
took Rice right now, Rice could out eat all of us.
Oh yeah, one hundred
probably.
percent.
He already could almost out eat me, and he was a toothpick
Yeah.
before he left for the Navy.
Yeah, he's probably. Oh no. Also
He's
man.
in good shape. Yeah.
Uh,
Um, boy, what else did we do? We were going to go to the farmers market today, but we decided to take a chill day. We watched Hunger Games, the first of the prequel movies last night.
Dude, that movie's dark.
It's fun.
Hunger Games is pretty dark.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. The first three Hunger Games are dark.
Four.
This was, yeah, first four
By-
Hunger
by
Games are
movie,
Part
this
one,
is
dark.
part
four.
two.
This one is
Right.
dark.
Yeah.
Like, borderline Warhammer dark. It was awesome. It also makes you realize, like, Snow is a great villain.
Yeah, he's
Fantastic villain, dude.
Have you seen Hunger Games, Nate? You've seen
No.
the movies, right? Oh,
No.
okay, never mind.
I won't.
They're worth
It's
it.
not. It's not for me actually.
Oh, okay.
It goes a little. It's a little too much for me. Uh,
Yeah, that's
I've
understandable.
I know of them. I tried reading the first book in school, and I don't. I think I spent like 3 hours, and I only got like 20 pages in. I was just like, I'm not
Oh,
super. It didn't click for me. I wasn't super interested. But I've seen the movies while they've been on, and I know some of the stuff about them. But yeah, it's too much for me, man.
Too grim.
Yeah.
You're a hopeful, lightful boy.
Well, and it's not like I don't. It's not like I don't care when. It's not like I don't like when stuff gets dark. I mean,
yeah,
it's just the genre and it the whole. I mean, kind of in this arena to the death kind of thing, and some of the stuff that people are having to do to just live, and it's a little too much for me. A little too
yeah.
dystopian. Like Warhammer gets dark, but also a lot of Warhammer is just simple in the
Stupid.
sense that it's just blowing up and explosions and all these people died and there are these magic guys and um yeah, Hunger Games is just a little different, but that's just me. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed the movie. It I didn't enjoy it for just like being a great movie, even though it is a good movie.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it because I enjoy movies that make me like, oh, I don't feel right, but also that was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
That
like makes you
feels
think and
wrong,
stuff.
but
Yeah,
that was a
that's cool.
great villain.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah,
kind of the
yeah, yeah. I like that, and I think that's a really. I mean, that's the thing is I don't. I'm okay with the, I guess the light story that is just happy and chill
Yeah.
and are you guys fighting over an armrest or what's going on?
no.
No.
It's got an
Oh,
armrest.
I'm fine with the story that's just light and chill and happy and it's exactly what you would expect. But
Yeah.
um
You just break my chair. You okay? Sorry. Buddy. Don't cut that.
That's good. We broke Nathaniel. And that audience, and that audience is why we're not allowed in the same room together.
Yep.
I'm okay with this story. That's just light, and you know everything that's gonna happen. But I really, when it comes to games and movies and books and all that, I want it to challenge me. I want it to make me think. And
Yep.
yeah, sometimes when a book has a character that is very empathetic yet does something bad, and you go, man, I don't like the, and it challenges you or it makes you think something, or when the story does take a dark turn. I mean, yeah, I love that. I love when it's when stories do that, when they
Yeah.
make you think in a way you haven't had to think before, when they challenge your expectations, challenge your um, I guess your like beliefs in a way. Um, I like that. I want to come out of each thing having learned something, having grown a little bit, right? Having been inspired to change, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
I
villains,
agree.
man, are a great way to do that too.
Yeah. When I first watched the movie, without giving spoilers, because
Who
I don't know, it's
knows?
been out a couple years,
Someone
whatever.
in
Um,
5 years is gonna watch this and be like, I haven't seen it yet. I just bought it
um,
yesterday.
Going into the movie, you know who the main character is
Okay.
because he's the bad guy,
Okay.
but he's like 18, so it's way before he's you know Hitler.
Yeah.
Um, is that a correct thing to say, Hitler?
Uh, Way before he becomes an authoritarian dictator, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Before he becomes, it's Anakin before he starts Vader.
Well, Anakin's pretty tame
That's an analogy.
compared to this,
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying to
yeah.
give
Um,
like an example. Yeah.
yeah,
well,
analogies.
Yeah.
yes. So
Sephiroth before he, you know.
that's a game now. Um,
That's true.
so you go into it knowing who like, oh, this is your main character,
Mhm.
but they focus a lot less on the actual Hunger Games. Like the Hunger Games ends in the middle of the movie, and then the rest of the movie is watching his. I guess the whole movie is this, but it really starts to show you this is his downfall from being a person who's just trying to look out for his family into this turning into what he becomes.
Yeah.
It's him killing his old self, and it's like, whoa, this is
This
heavy.
is this is
I
how
love
psychopaths are
it.
born.
Yeah.
Dude, Scott, I'm telling you, you've got to listen to Darth Plagueis.
I
Because
know.
it's that same deal, man. You see Palpatine and you're like, this guy's kind of got a lot going for him, and then he turns
Yeah.
evil. And, dude, you've got to listen to that book.
I got it. It's on here.
Download it.
It's downloaded. I just have to press the play button.
Yeah. Just listen to it at
I
work
haven't
or on
been
the
at
way to
work for
work.
2
Or
weeks.
okay, okay. Yeah,
I was at camp last week.
He's with me this week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my boss is chill enough to let me have these weeks. So, but next week, boy, oh boy, am I gonna be working a lot.
He's gonna put you to the grindstone.
I'm gonna put me to the grindstone. He's just gonna be like, okay, well, I'm glad you're back. You feeling good? So last week, I went back to Alaska for the second time this month. So we went to Alaska, came back. 2 weeks later, we went back to Alaska to serve at a youth camp.
Mhm.
And my wife and I mean, not Brandon. Brandon was in Fairbanks.
I live in Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so we went to Juneau. And so we had camp
Juneau.
out there. And that's where I got this well, I got the spiffy pink flannel here, but I brought it for that camp
Mhm.
because when we do our rec time, I got to be a rec leader.
Yeah.
My buddy Tyler and we found out that we were getting put on the pink team, so we bought almost matching pink flannels
That's
to be the
fun.
pink team leaders,
Hey, did you
and
win?
we got second.
Oh
Second,
man.
2 out of 5. Although the people who won first, they totally deserved it, which was great because they only had one leader while the rest of everybody else had two,
Wow.
They
and
deserve
they
it.
freaking killed it. They
That's cool.
slayed, man.
That's cool.
Golden Samurais, which our team, we called ourselves the Pink Power Rangers.
Nice.
Pink
We had a
Pink
whole
Power Rangers.
oh yeah, that was our slogan, our motto that we would sing out.
Chant.
So yeah, so we gathered our team together, and I'm like, all right, I got a couple ideas. And they're like, okay, what do you guys think? And I was like, well, I don't know, it's kind of like Eastern themed, so let's go. Let's think like like Godzilla or monsters, like Power Rangers. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And I'm like, oh, wow, a bunch of kids that want to be Power Rangers. Okay, Power Rangers is cool now.
That's interesting,
So
man.
even back when I was like in second grade, kids did not want to be Power Rangers. And I was like, oh, Power Rangers are so cool. So everybody's like, oh, what do the Pink Rangers do? We're gonna be we should sing the song, Go Power Rangers. No, we should do Pink Power Rangers. So it turned into this whole thing. We started uh, evolving and creating. Well, we created our little like skit that we do when we they call our name. Let's what do you do? Pink Power Rangers. And then a couple days later, I had a kid come up and he's like, "So I've been coming up with some ideas for better choreography." And he's like showing me the motions. He's like, he goes ahead. This is little, it's the nerd kids, the ones that they don't have a whole lot of friends in school and stuff. Because I was that kid, I got it, I understood.
Yeah.
I looked at him, and I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, I think he was probably the most famous person on our team because he was just great at this. No, for real. He was like, so I watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, oh, Ginyu
Ginyu Force.
Force.
Let's do this.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, like the sparkle in his eyes when I said it. He's like, you get it, you get it. And Tyler and I are like, oh yeah, no, it's the Ginyu Force. Let's do that. That's great. And so he's like, the next
That's
day when
awesome.
everybody's practicing our things, I'm like, all right, guys, listen, Ethan's got it figured out. Just listen to him. Give
That's
this kid
really
the
cool
spotlight.
that you're
He
able to
gets
do that
everybody
for him.
lined up. He says, "This
That's
is what
cool.
we're gonna do. Here are the poses that you're all gonna do." And so we did this. We evolved it. It was pretty good.
That's
And we
awesome.
evolved it for the last time in our last chant. It involved Tyler and I. I got to sit in the front and go, "It's more time!" And everybody like lines up in like a V behind us, and they all do their poses.
That's really cool.
And we were gonna have Tyler. We were at the store. We were at Fred Meyer's.
Mhm.
We were trying to find either smoke bombs or a Roman candle to throw
Oh,
behind
no.
us in true Power Rangers fashion.
Yeah. The
But we
explosion.
couldn't find any. so, so it was just everyone going, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. That's cool though. Dude, I
He would not give any youth student a Roman candle.
I said it in front of Pastor Ryan. He's like, I said it in front of Kelly, and she's like, yeah, it's fine.
that's
A
funny.
bunch of teenagers fire and explosives.
Right.
That'd be a good idea.
And so
Dude.
my other thought was, all right, if we can't find these things, I need to find a solid block of sodium.
No.
Throw that into a bucket.
Yeah, and then everyone died.
Dude, that's really
we
cool.
didn't
I,
need
I I swear though, some of those rec teams are luck of the draw, dude. You know this, Scott. I don't know if you know this, Brandon. The 2 years in a row that I was a rec leader, uh, I got my teams got last place both years. Uh, and it sucks because like my whole thinking, and this is kind of the approach I had as a youth leader too, is like I'm gonna be the leader like I wish I had, or I'm gonna lead you to learn the lessons that I'm gonna lead you and teach you in a way so that hopefully you learn these lessons the easy way rather than the hard way, those kind of things. But the way I approached rec is it was interesting because both times the leader I was paired with was older and just was like I don't care, you're gonna do you're gonna do the stuff, and I was like, okay, fine. But my leadership approach was, this is a democracy. I lead a democracy. Okay, like we're gonna vote on stuff. We're gonna be like cordial. We're gonna cordial. We're gonna talk it out and just decide as a team what we want, and that works okay. But then when nobody comes towards you with those ideas and that kind of stuff, it just goes south real fast. So um, I think there's a flaw in my leadership style there, but I'm glad you had a good go at it, Scott.
Oh, the,
You
the only thing I know about when you and Scott were both leaders at the same camp is you guys had like a 1 hour long epic tortilla slap fight.
we did.
30 minutes.
It was incredible.
And we would have kept going if Jen didn't cheat.
I got hit in the eye,
Yeah,
is
she
what
cheated.
happened,
How'd
and
she
a little
cheat?
bit of water came out of my
We were
mouth, and they
taking
were
too
like, "Well, that's
long.
that."
So the leaders, the game leaders, were walking around us, hitting us at the same time.
Instead of just Scott
Oh,
and I got hit 3 times, and two of them were in the eye, and a little bit of water came out of my mouth. Yeah,
I call
but we could
rematch.
have
I
gone
still, I
forever,
still
man.
give her crap about that, by the way.
Really? Well, that's
who
great.
would have won genuinely between you two?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because Nathaniel's stubborn, but you're
Here's the
you.
deal. Here's the deal.
You're not.
I my team needed some points.
Hmm.
I was I was locked in, dude. I was willing.
You're
See,
going to war for your
part of
students.
me is totally able to go. It's fine. And I'm sure Scott, you would have done the same eventually. Been like, okay, I just want to go to lunch. But at the same time, my team, we were not doing good, and I was ready to just keep it going as long as possible.
So, in my mind, I knew out of everybody here, out of everybody at that camp, Nathaniel, you were my Vegeta. I didn't have to hold back with you. And I saw it in your eyes. We had that conversation as we were
we
holding the
did,
water in our
we
mouths,
did,
where we went,
cause,
oh,
cause
this is happening.
we some of
No
the
holds barred.
We're
yeah,
doing Super
it
Saiyan
was
high
a
fives
bunch of
today,
it was
boys.
a bunch of leaders. Dude, the game was the leaders are gonna slap each other with tortillas, and if you have
Yeah.
water in your mouth, and if water comes out, your that person loses, and then your team gets points, that kind of thing. And all the leaders. Like you have a guy against the girl, and the guy will just like tickle her cheek or something, and she'll hit him. And but they paired Scott up because we're brothers, right? And they would flip a coin, and if it was like heads, Scott went. If it's tails, I went. That kind of thing.
Rock,
And
paper,
he got
scissors.
rock paper scissors. That's what it was. I don't remember, something like that. And you hit me like 3 times in a row, and it was pretty hard. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then it's my turn, and I just so hard that the tortilla just broke, and
Yeah.
that's when he knew, and I knew
Game
we're doing
on.
this,
Yeah.
and we
And so
went for
you
a
have all
while,
these
man.
people, like imagine all these people around us, all these other leaders just kind of, doing these weak little slaps and all the kids surrounding us as we're just like reeling back.
Breaking
Bang,
tortilla. We're picking up
bang,
like tortilla pieces
bang.
off the ground because we keep
Yeah.
breaking them, and yeah,
They
it
ran
was
out of
incredible.
tortillas in the bag because we shredded through all of them with our faces.
Yeah, it was incredible. All right,
I
man,
imagine
my
like the
cheeks were
power
red
slap
though.
competition, Scott sitting there going low, like
Yeah.
It
It
was
was it was
fun.
totally like that. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I
cheeks
think Nate
hurt
would
though,
have won.
man. Cheeks hurt.
you think Nate would have won?
Yeah. Oh, dude, our cheeks were like red and
Yeah, they
swollen
were
for
really
like
red.
half an hour.
It was crazy. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's commitment.
Scott's a
That's
fun leader, dude.
battling for your team
He's a
right
he's a
there.
he's a great guy to have be your rec dude. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to camp. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Um, we went to camp. On the last day of camp, I got sick.
Mm.
All my allergies and stuff got the best of me. Probably because of the temperature
The-
change of going
and
back
the
and forth all
travel
the
and
time.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and so my tonsils got swollen. And so it's like it hurts to swallow, it hurts to
Oh,
drink, it hurts to literally do anything. So, we have to fly the next day, so we go through all the flying and stuff, and I'm just like passed out in the chair, throat's drying out. Um, I thank the Lord for my wife and my mother-in-law for getting me some meds before we got on the plane. I would have been miserable the whole time. The whole time.
It's a
But
long flight.
yeah. So Brandon was here, and Brandon got to see me at the tail end of all that grossness. I am Brandon. Come on, do the thing. Do the thing.
Have the power.
Wow, you do have the power.
No,
I have the
I-
power.
I knew Scott was unwell because the first day I was here, it was like 10:30 at night. We're
Yeah.
at the airport, and I see him with no regard to anything, just all over the floor in the parking garage of the airport. And what came out of his throat can only be described as grotesque.
Oh my gosh, it's true. It's true.
He hacked up like
We don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this.
he hacked up a whole gelatinous cube and started moving around and eating
It
things.
started
that were getting
melting
bigger.
through the ground. You made it to the
There was a
second
ninja that was
layer, and
crawling
then
out like,
just.
Me.
Yeah.
That's funny. Wow.
Yeah,
But yeah, so he was sick up until today. He's better. I haven't heard him cough
Good.
once.
and now I can drink my caffeine again.
His addiction.
I can't show brands, can I?
I don't think it matters, dude.
Oh, okay. So I found a
I have a
caffeine drink.
Zowie mouse.
I have.
Here I have a PlayStation. There's a chicken back there.
The brand of the chicken.
I have no idea. I'm just
Chick-fil-A.
Just thought
I'm
it-
able to drink some caffeine stuff now. There's it's called
because it
Zoa.
because it dries out your throat and stuff. So you probably didn't want that while your tonsils were.
Also, his heart
Going
won't
crazy.
explode.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found a caffeine drink that I can drink now. So
Good.
that's
Cool.
that's the thing.
It's all about drive, all about power.
It's the
we
Rock.
Stay hungry. We
The
live.
Dwayne Johnson drink. So
Cool.
yeah. So I think that's been us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, while Brandon left Alaska, Mom and Dad have been on a mission trip there, pretty much.
Tour.
So it's just been it's different just being by yourself. Yeah, I miss them. They'll be back. This will come out in a few days, but I'm gonna go pick them up from the airport at like 10 p.m. tonight. So then we
Wow.
circle back around and got church tomorrow. But yeah, it's just been stuff's basically been same old here, just by myself, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Scott, was that your topic? Wasn't that gonna be your topic or something? Camp?
Yeah, like my topic was gonna be camp, but I mean I've got plenty of other things I can talk about. So it's been a while.
Have you brought anything, Brandon? Or because I've got one that I think we could jump into.
I got a topic in relation to a conversation we had. I think it was Saturday about driving.
Okay, yeah.
Drivers. Okay. So my verdict is in. I've thought about it. I think the drivers in the States are worse for now.
Okay.
And the main thing that tipped them over the edge is 0 turn signals anywhere from anyone. Nobody uses turn signals.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, dude. Drives me nuts.
If I saw even a few more people use turn signals, Fairbanks would be worse. Just because when I look at bad drivers, I don't just look at where they've been for a while, because they've obviously been bad down here for a while.
Mhm.
But Fairbanks used to be up here with good drivers, and they're doing this right now.
And I really think
Because
it's
of
because
the
of all the
military
people
people
moving
coming
in. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's been military people going up there for 50 years. That's not an
I know, but
excuse.
it's just been more now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. To add context to this, on that same phone call that Brandon asked me about what ride Scott would be the most scared of, I asked him to pay attention to. I have a pencil in my hand. I've said this. I asked him to pay attention to the drivers And most people watching don't even know what these are. They've never heard of a pencil. They don't exist anymore. Anyway,
A mechanical pencil?
I was just making a joke. I
Oh,
guess
no,
it
no,
wasn't
no,
very
no.
funny. Uh, anyway, um, yeah, I asked him to pay attention to the drivers in Florida and how bad they are. Because since coming to Missouri from Alaska, it's like, man, I feel like the drivers here aren't as good. And some of that is they don't know how to drive in heavy rain or in the snow or that kind of thing. Like you just have to be able to do in Alaska. Um, so it's like they're less confident, less comfortable, that kind of thing. But also, yeah, they don't signal as much, and there's just some other crazy stuff. So I asked him to pay attention because I'm wondering. I also remember thinking back in Alaska, man, some of these people just I've had just learned to drive, right? And I know all these rules, and I just don't see anybody following so many of these. So I asked him to pay attention to the quality of the drivers in Florida so we can have a fresh comparison because I don't know if my memory is how I remember drivers in Alaska from a year ago now is accurate, but they're getting worse, I guess. I guess everyone's just
Yeah.
getting worse. It's funny too because I think this week um, Tesla launches one of their robo taxis in certain places in a certain place. So
Hmm. We'll see
uh,
how that goes.
we'll see how that goes. If drivers are just getting
If,
worse, but if
Nathaniel,
robo taxis become the new thing, then
if you remember that conversation, you'll also remember 5 different times while I was on the phone with you, someone did something
it was
stupid in
hilarious.
front of me.
We were talking for like 40 minutes, and there were it's like we spoke the bad driving into existence because they stuff just kept happening, man.
I
It
had two
was
different
crazy.
people almost T-bone me. I had someone run a red light in front of me, I think. I had
Hmm.
a motorcycle going 80,
That was
split
going between
lanes.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I guess it's not called lane splitting if they're speeding. It's just called them being stupid. So
Which
that was according to my stepdad who rides motorcycles now.
80 is may not seem too fast in some places, but in Alaska the speed limit never goes above 60. So
Oh, it was also right before a construction zone. So,
I will say this about the driving down here. I think the driving in Georgia is great. We've done
oh,
my wife and I have done some road trips. We've gone up to Missouri a couple times to go see you, Nate,
hmm.
and we've noticed that Alabama, it's Alabama. Everybody thinks that their truck is bigger than the others. You can translate that meaning into however you think. Um, so the driving tends to depend on the person. Um, but when you get into Georgia, it's actually kind of good. Outside of Atlanta, at least, everybody tends to be pretty on the up and up. But that's also because the police presence is pretty high.
Okay.
At least that's my general thought. But once you pass that state line from Georgia into Florida, I mean, it's like everybody's rules go out the window. They open the door, throw it out, and then it's just it's
Well,
crazy.
I've heard so many people in the town we live in, city I guess we live in, say, yeah, you got to be careful when driving through the city, man, because if you speed at all, you'll get pulled over. Dude, I've
Yeah,
never seen it happen, and everyone's always going at least five over. Everyone,
dude,
and I've never
it's
seen it
crazy.
happen.
that's how it is on the Richardson Highway now. You're everyone like so a few years ago they raised the speed limit from 55 to 60, maybe 10 years ago.
In certain
And
places, yeah.
no, 60 is not the speed limit. Every single person period drives minimum 65. That's the new speed limit. It's
That's
not
crazy,
posted.
dude.
That's just what everyone drives.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah. And then most people even drive 70. They just refuse to follow
yeah,
speed limit.
everyone here is I will never go more than five over. In the city, I don't speed at all. But I just don't. I don't need to get where I'm going as fast as possible. Um,
So
Well,
That's the
can I
attitude
say
I used to
something?
have. But dude, there will be people just going, yeah, speed limit's 70, and they're just 82.
yeah,
Here's the thing: speeding does not get you there sooner.
mm-hmm. That's correct.
Especially if there's
Wow.
lights. Like
Yeah.
if you're driving out in
Yeah.
the country, maybe, yeah. But if you're
If you're
stopping
going on
at
a straight
lights,
road
the
for
amount of
400 miles,
times I see people speed past me, and a minute later I stop at the red light right next to them. What are
I actually do
what are you
this thing. It's
doing?
probably not good, but if I see someone blast past me going way faster than they should be, and then I pull up next to them at a red light, I will look over at them and clap sarcastically.
That's funny. Maybe I'll
It's
get you
like
shot in some places, so I wouldn't recommend
realistically, if
to
you're
keep
going for a
doing
30-minute
that.
drive and you're going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're going to get to your destination
Three
1 minute
minutes
before me.
faster, right? 10 miles
Is
over.
that 1 minute
Oh,
really worth it?
yeah, yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
something like that.
I didn't do the math. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, one
one
minute's
minute.
probably pretty accurate.
It's
Or
just yeah.
you could just be safer and not endanger yourself and everyone else in the possibility
Yeah.
that you will never
I
arrive. So
I also have another theory. If everybody drove the speed limit and followed traffic laws, we would all get there
that's true.
sooner.
That is absolutely true. That's not how people think though. They've
Wow.
got they've got main character syndrome.
Well,
Uh,
I can,
Everyone's got
if
main
I was
character
allowed to,
syndrome.
I would love to
Ego is one
disillusion
of the
you about
hardest
that.
things to sanctify, right? It's like it people. It's just the problem of everyone. Um, and our eyes. I think the isolation, the ability to, I think, easier isolate with the internet in terms of, like an example would be, I don't need, um, if I want to play a game with someone, we each need four of that console at separate places rather than we all come over to one person's house. Stuff like that, like stuff having become more individual over the past few years, over the past since kind of the dawn of the 2000s, has, I think, made it harder for people to, or I guess easier to, for people to get caught up in their own head and think about themselves too much.
Yeah.
It
And
just, it's mean, but it makes me want to look at someone and go, "You're not the main character. Stop it.
and
You
I
are
think
not him."
that's people driving are like, man, I really got to get there. Yeah, you do, but you also could have maybe left a little earlier, or you could
Yeah.
have, or you just are gonna be there when you get there. Uh, no, no, that's just one of the craziest. It kind of clicked for me when I first started driving. And my dad was teaching me, and he was saying we were going to a certain place, and he's like, okay, you got to be careful when um, you're gonna pull out in the certain place because people are supposed to only be going 15, which would give you plenty of time to see them. But
You're
I've seen
cutting
people
out,
go
dude.
through here at like 40, and I was pulling up to turn there, and I was watching, and a guy blazes past at 40, and I was like, if I had not been careful, I would have just got hit.
Yeah.
And it clicked for me when I first started driving. Oh, I am a danger to myself and everyone else if I don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and to the people in the car with me. I got to be, like, if I'm gonna be risky while it's just me in the car, so be it. But if I've got other people in the car, no, we're just gonna wait. I know I could have pulled out before that guy, but I'm just gonna wait.
My stepmom used to tell me this. Whenever you get behind the wheel of a car, you are driving a 1,000-pound bullet down the highway that can kill anyone at any time.
Probably heavier, but yeah,
Oh, I usually drove small compact cars,
that's
so
true. That's true.
probably heavier still.
Man, you could put that on a T-shirt. That's a good quote.
Yeah.
She also had another one. Whenever I got angry, she would just look at me and say, "Be a duck."
What does that mean?
Oh.
That means let the anger roll off my back like water. But
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Eventually, we learned the ultimate anger management technique. Are you ready for this? This is totally like great segue from bad drivers. Whenever you're really angry, Nathaniel, like you're full of rage, look in the mirror and do this. 1, ha ha ha. 2, ha ha ha. Count like the count, and you literally can't not smile.
That's funny. Now I don't need to
Wow.
go to therapy. Awesome.
There you go. Well, I don't know about that. But yeah, when you're angry, although I don't recommend doing that. Well, maybe you could if you
Brandon,
and
you
your
should have done that the other day then.
when classic WoW.
Yeah.
When your decisions got us.
It wasn't my decisions. It was that shaman.
No, your decision was
hold
we're
on.
committing to the battle.
Correct. Correct. But I was going to run. That other guy brought all those guys through us. It was his fault.
I think
We could have killed him.
unfortunately, I think you were dead no matter what.
We still could have killed him.
Yeah. Oh, I could have killed him and lived, and then I would have deleted the character because I can't be without my brother. So we
Still would
were.
have killed him though.
For those of you who play World of Warcraft,
We
we
were
were
playing
playing
hardcore.
classic hardcore.
Okay.
Scott was playing a hunter, and I was playing a warrior, and we had got to level 17.
18.
Was it
I
18?
think we hit 18.
17 or 18. We were up there. But there is one quest that everyone knows. It's in regards to the Centaur in the Barrens. And the final quest of this quest chain is it summons a level 20 elite with his bodyguards in the middle of this
Okay.
big crowd of Centaur. Now, 2 level 18s cannot handle that by ourselves. We would have died. But a third player arrived trying to do the quest, and they were a level 25 shaman, so they
Yeah.
could heal, and they were 7 levels higher. So we invited him under the understanding that he would help us kill the boss.
Indeed.
Instead, what Moron did, I'm going to refer to him as that right now,
He was a moron.
he put down, this is WoW nerd talk, I'm going to give him a minute. He put down his bear claw totem, which aggroes everything in the area to it. Well, when the bear claw gets aggro, that means they're now all in combat with our party. So he pulled 8 enemies, plus the boss's 2 minions, against the 3 of us.
And then he ran.
And then ran and let us die.
We were
Wow.
20 HP away from killing that elite, though.
The elite, oh, here's the worst part. Then he kills the elite after all the other mobs de-aggro because they were on us, and then took the quest reward and turned it in. He did not have the balls to stand and fight with us, and I'm mad about it.
Dishonor on him and dishonor
Troll
on his
shaman
family.
player, if you're out there, I will find you.
And I will kill you.
Not the actual player, just the character.
And then
No, his player character, please.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a great day. Learn how to play the game without being a scumbag, please.
we will have peace. What's that Theoden quote? We will have peace when you hang from a gibbet for the sport of your own crows.
And then we'll get pizza together.
Yeah.
Cool.
With pineapples, because I'm still salty about it.
I am a wizard, Scott. I have the power.
Yes, you
Well.
do, Brandon.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna do a classic hardcore with Nate?
Classic
won't lie.
hardcore.
Nathaniel. Itana said she's willing to play.
Yeah, but then
We
should
could
play
have
Final Fantasy.
4.
Yeah, let's just play Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
I'll do both.
All right. It's
I just got time for both.
my topic next week will be on that. Not next week. Next episode will be on Final Fantasy 14. But my topic this week is not on that.
Okay.
Oh, what is it, Brandon?
I was gonna say the Counter-Strike Major was crazy.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I watched FaZe lose last night.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
And
But they
there's
made
the
it to
major for
playoff.
me. Not gonna watch it anymore. I'll probably watch
They
the
made it to
final
playoffs.
eventually, but yeah.
Dude, every stage's pick'ems was just not right at
Dude,
all.
yeah, it's all the people, a lot of the people that you would expect to make it didn't, and a lot of
It
the people
was
that would
literally
maybe did.
impossible to predict.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Someone out there's gonna have a platinum though, but either way, Vital, it's Pain or Mongols. I mean, if Pain makes it to the if they beat Mongols and make it to the final, they're gonna lose because Pain can be really really good, but they don't have, and they do have a pretty good ceiling, but they don't have the ceiling that LGSK did with FNX and Coldzera and Fur and Fallen. I mean, they you're gonna need that if you're going up against either Mouse or Vitality, and they don't have that. They can't play at the peak that those other teams can, which they will be at. So Pain's not gonna win. Mongols
Yeah.
probably won't win
If I'm
either, but
honest,
they'll put up a
Vitality
good
has a
game.
shoe in for
So
one here.
yeah, unless Mouse somehow beat Vitality, then if they do, Mouse finally gets their major. If not, Vitality wins. Uh, Apex gets his third major. Zywoo gets his second. And
The
Vitality
second.
gets their they start their era because they have won all the events that they've been at this year. And Rops is again just super 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 duper good, and if he's on your team, he'll get you to finals. So yeah,
Here's here's what I think. I think the finals will be Mongols versus
Vitality.
Vitality.
That's what I think, and I think he'll be good. But Vitality's gonna. They might even take it in two. Man, I think it'll be close, but they're gonna.
Imagine if
They might even
Mongols
take
won
it
the
in
first
two.
Asian major though.
That could be cool. Yeah, they're a good team. Um, and they probably will actually be the crowd favorite with FaZe out of the picture, unless unless they
No,
are mad at Mongols
everyone will
for
be a crowd
having gotten
favorite
rid of the
over
bald
Apex right
eagle.
now.
But
Did you see Apex taunting the crowd?
yeah, people,
Oh yeah.
everyone loves to. I don't think a lot of people genuinely dislike Apex. I think he's cool. He's a great player, but
No, but the
people
crowd hates
love
him right now.
people love. Yeah, it's
He's
interesting.
yeah.
Um,
Anyways, back to your topic. Sorry.
yeah, well, cool that we have another major in the U.S. though. It's still not. I mean, I still think MLG Columbus and E-League Atlanta were the two best ever. So, and Boston, of course, legendary final. So I don't think this Austin is as will go down
Team
in
does it
history as
affect.
being as good, but I would love to see more NA majors. It is cool. I need to go, Brandon. We need to go to one eventually. Uh, anyway,
Yeah.
my topic. I'm just curious. What are some of your favorite video game soundtracks? And I kind of have um, a related second. I I don't know if auxiliary or ancillary or additional or subtopic is like the right word, but basically my main question is, because I'll just lay it all out here and then we can talk about it all without any more structure having to be said. My main question is pretty much, how do you rank video game soundtracks to other music, and what are some of your favorites? Some of my favorites would be Mega Man X8. Love that.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Spyro the Dragon. Final Fantasy X.
Really? 10?
Yeah,
You haven't even
love
played it
10.
yet.
I know, but dude, it's got the best battle theme. Uh, best victory fanfare.
It's a freaking
Love Wandering.
Da-da-da-da.
Titus's theme is really good. I've loved the soundtrack for many years. It's very good. Um,
Nate, I'd love to play Final Fantasy X with you.
this is not new news to me. You say this about every time it's brought
I
up.
want to do a Let's
I'm
Watch
aware.
where I just
Um,
yeah.
Metroid Prime, really good soundtrack. Halo 3 ODST, really good. A lot of like jazz and stuff in there. Hyrule Warriors is kind of cheating, but I love that soundtrack. Um, and then this next one, Sonic and the Black Knight. I love that. That kind of
Ooh.
leads me into a second question, rather than just how do you rank video game soundtracks to other music and what are some of your favorites. To why is it that for some of the biggest soundtracks, they're most well, some of the biggest games, big game franchises, some of their most divisive titles seem to have the best music. Case in point, Sonic 06, Sonic and the
Yeah,
Black Knight, Sonic and the Secret Rings. Three of the most divisive Sonic games. That is the top three Sonic soundtracks right there. Secret Rings, Black Knight, and 06. 06 is cool, just like, I mean, gosh, Kingdom Valley, Crisis City, some of those just sounded awesome. But then what made Black Knight so cool is, and what made Black Knight so cool is Crush 40 was so involved. It's not just Crush 40 wrote the title theme. It's no, dude, there's just
yeah,
songs in here where they sing the whole time. And the
yeah,
same was true for Secret Rings. I think they had like Rumblebee. Um, just they are just singing all over that thing. It was awesome. And then I'd say the other two best um, Sonic soundtracks would be Unleashed, which also is divisive, and Zero Gravity. Like that's my
yeah.
top five, and I love those. And then you've got going back to Final Fantasy, dude. Final Fantasy 13. Have you heard that
Dude.
soundtrack? Final Fantasy 2. I know everyone says it's the worst Final Fantasy game, but it might have the best main menu, like the best map theme ever, the best open world theme. That soundtrack is incredible. Final Fantasy 13 too. I have nary heard a positive thing about that game. But you know what soundtrack I listen to while I work? 13 too. That's a really good soundtrack. It's kind of funny. You've got all these franchises with all these big games, and when one of them is like, oh, not as good, but the music. I mean, Mario Sunshine. Have you heard the music?
Yeah.
I think it's funny. So what do you guys think? Let's just jump into this.
I think what makes the best video game soundtracks is when the people making the music knows what the game is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like let's use Dark Souls for example, because that's probably
Hold
one of
on.
my top three
Before
favorites.
before we start, can I use the bathroom before we get into this, so I
Sure.
can also conveniently go pee and look through my music to figure out what my play what my
Sure.
favorites are.
Sure.
Mine are easy. I'm a simple creature.
All right,
All right. What was I saying?
Dark Souls.
Okay, so Dark Souls. Dark Souls is one of my favorites of all time because the composers of the music
Hmm.
tailored every major like epic song to the individual bosses in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
And they're so unique and they pop out and it's the feeling of gravitas as you finally beat the Silent King after dying to him 573,000 times in a row. And then that final crescendo at the end as he falls, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and the music builds up to it. The music gives you that payoff, and then it's the peace after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so well done.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
and
that.
part of what makes Dark Souls so good, part of what makes their not action-filled boss themes so memorable is that there's so few of them. Dark Souls is a game that is very good at leveraging silence. And so when you're used to hearing nothing, and then all of a sudden you get to this one zone, like the Firelink Shrine, and that familiar theme plays, you're able to feel comfortable and go, okay, I'm not going to get attacked here. And then when a boss theme does start, you're like, oh, and then you get them to half health, and it ramps up, and you're like, oh, I gotta be scared. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. That's totally a thing. Stuart Copeland, when he was working on Spyro, he wouldn't compose a song until after he'd played the level because
Really?
he wanted it to
That's awesome.
fit. Um, and it also makes me think with Final Fantasy too. Like when working on like Final Fantasy, at least for the first one for sure, Hironobu Sakaguchi was working a lot with Nobuo Uematsu, who's doing the music, because um, Sakaguchi was a talented musician in his own right. Like he knew music, and so he was able to go to Uematsu and go, well, I want this, I want that, and so there was that connection between here's what the game needs and here's the music that's fitting it, and then you get to the like by the end of his time with Final Fantasy, Uematsu was pretty much just a um, like a producer on those games in the first place that he was working on. So like he obviously knew everything that was going on and going down. I think that's such an important thing is if you can get a lot of the indie games too that we think of as having a great soundtrack is, oh man, this was made by one guy, and obviously they know what kind of music will fit what parts of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Mario.
So, do you have a top 5, Brandon?
I don't know if I can name 5.
Just what are some other ones? At
I'm
least?
real simple. I really like Stellaris.
Oh
Soundtrack
really
is
good.
man,
overrated.
I didn't think about that.
Because thematically it just fits. I love Risk of Rain because again, in this
That's really good.
troglodyte over
Still
here
don't know
has
how you haven't
never
listened to that,
listened
Scott.
to it while
You would
playing a
really
game.
like it. You would really like it.
No, I've listened.
He's
to
listened
it.
to
I
the
like
soundtrack.
Okay.
It's good. It's just when I'm playing Risk of Rain, it's not. I like listening to Hiroyuki Sawano. He does all the Gundam music. I like listening to Gundam music while I play Risk of Rain instead. It's just more my style. It gets me more into the mood. Yeah. Yeah, wait, dude, Unicorn? Oh my gosh. Unicorn when I'm fighting Mithrix makes me feel epic.
The Mithrix boss fight music is epic.
It is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great.
But yeah, no. So Risk of Rain certainly, and that's a similar case of the guy who makes their music is the guy who makes the music for every single Risk of Rain game and all their DLCs.
Yeah.
Also, I just love the way he names his songs. So
they're kind of crazy. Yeah.
they're just good. They're good.
So Risk of Rain. I think I've got at least one that I think you would.
Shoot.
Fallout 4 by Enon Zur.
Oh, so Fallout 4 is interesting because it depends on which soundtrack you listen to. They have like 5 different soundtracks
Just
in one
the
game.
base of Fallout 4.
I actually prefer the radio stations. They're better.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the 50s style radio stations fit perfectly with the vibe. I like that more.
I really enjoy the Commonwealth and the Brotherhood of Steel.
I think the main menu music is great.
The main menu music is amazing.
What about like WoW Tavern music, Brandon?
Yeah.
WoW Tavern music, not
just-
so much. I
Okay.
actually have an entire playlist on my PC of all the classic WoW zones
Okay.
and all of their ambiance music. But I wouldn't call that a soundtrack per se. I'm trying to think of a good fifth that I really love. It's gonna like kick me in the teeth when I realize it.
Anything Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. I'm trying to think of games that you play. Mass Effect.
Never played Mass Effect.
Mass Effect
Oh,
main
really?
menu theme is really good. That's the only song I know from the game, but I like it a lot.
I'm sure I'll think of a fifth one, but I also play a lot of games. Like
Yeah.
a lot of games.
If we're gonna are we trying to do 5, Nate?
No, I was just you can do 5, but I was just trying to name some of my favorites.
So, a lot of mine, I really like Mega Man X8 too, because
so good.
X8 it's been my game growing up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love that
I
game.
remember going to to rent X8 all the time.
Yeah.
So that music is just ingrained in the back of
Yeah.
my head. Especially the what's it? Gravity and Tony.
Yeah.
And,
Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum,
the
bum,
Primrose.
bum, ba-ba-bum,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jacob elevator.
Bum, 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 bum. I really like
Yeah,
Gateway.
good music. Gateway's good too.
And Burn Rooster's stage because they've got a I think it's like a 5/4 drum pattern or something. So as a drummer, I'm just like, what the heck am I listening to? I love it. Dun 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 dun. It's just it's cool.
No, I just like all the music, even like Primrose.
It's great.
Primrose, the Mantis.
Yeah, the intermission theme.
Yeah.
Noah's Park.
Just the command center. Dun,
Dun dun, and the main menu theme, super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, X8's got a great soundtrack.
Mega Man's always kind of got good music though. So like
Mega Man
anything
Zero,
Man
ZX, those are really good
X,
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those games.
I do like the Final. If there was a Final Fantasy that's my favorite, it's either Final Fantasy IV or Heaven's Word. from 14. Though the Heavensward soundtrack, I don't know. Endwalker. No, I'm gonna say Heavensward. Endwalker is my second favorite,
Okay.
because a lot of that music is reminiscent of 4.
Okay.
They got
Because they
some
go to the
really good
moon, so that makes sense. Yeah, Force is good.
and
I like
beyond.
Force.
Uh,
I really like the theme of love,
Oh,
and
that's a good one.
and the open map theme is really good. Yeah,
Um, but a lot
Mysidia.
of my, if I'm going to discount, Sonic, all the things that you have said, then I'm gonna put out my favorites here. Um, Number one of all soundtracks of all time, that is my favorite. Is I think his name is Trolls Fullman, and he did Fall of Cybertron.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
awesome.
good one. Yeah,
That opening theme is fantastic.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and then I'm gonna say like Fallout 4. Um,
It does have a great soundtrack.
so it does.
Sorry, I'm looking down through my Steam list right now, seeing what games I have to remind me what my favorites are. Forgive me.
Yeah, and then it's like Heaven's Word. I like some of the work that Steve Jablonsky does on some of the movie games. Like I think
Okay.
he did Transformers the game, and then Revenge of the Fallen. I think he did Darkspark too. Um, yeah, I guess that counts because they're kind of in there. The movies you get to play as movie Optimus and was it Drift and Bumblebee and
Yeah,
Grimlock. Um, so that's fun. Other soundtracks. I mean, I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of Elder Scrolls music. Except Oblivion. For some reason, Oblivion just doesn't get my gander as much. Like
mm,
some of the themes are cool, but I really just enjoy some Skyrim, and I like a lot of Morrowind. Um, yes, but Transformers is where it's at for me. I like the
yeah.
and War of Cybertron is okay, but it's not as memorable as Fall of Cybertron.
I think I
Um,
like. I think I I get what you're saying. It's not as memorable, but I also don't think it was meant to be. I think I like that game thematically a little more, just because it's not. It's not. Fall is supposed to be the grand end of the story, right? And war is more. We're still in the thick of it, and so even the way that game is designed visually and the way the music suits it is supposed to be more kind of in the thick of that kind of thing. But yeah,
I, my only pet peeve with Fall, and I know this is yours too, Nate, is how they designed Optimus Prime. I think they made Optimus. Well, I don't know if it's. It used to be. It used to
I
be something we talked about a lot. I don't know if you're
I used to dislike it, but
more.
I think I'm fine with it now.
Okay.
I still
I
prefer
prefer.
his other design, but
Yeah.
there's certain touches that they added when you hear about like why the devs did what they did, and you see that when he transforms, he actually kind of does the
Like the
ape
primal
crawl.
the gorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla crawl before he gets into his truck form. I don't know
Yeah.
why they wanted to have the more bigger and bulky Optimus, especially since the one from War suit I felt like suited the one from Prime very very well.
Yeah.
But having the big design in Fall, I think fits his character better. I think I'm meaning the role his character played in the story, him being
Yeah.
just like the unstoppable wall, him being the leader, uh, it him having that kind of more grand, more larger design, I think fit thematically better. Though I do still prefer the other one. Yeah.
I saw a mod where they put the Optimus from the first game into the second one,
Hmm.
and it's pretty slick, man. And you have this Optimus, and I have to show you pictures of how Optimus looks in these games. Um, let's
More
He's
see.
got a
staring at phones,
So
people.
big
yeah,
big
it's okay.
axe and stuff.
They can
Yeah.
like throw pictures in. So this is how Optimus looks in this game. This is the sequel,
Mm-hmm.
and then Optimus, and this is how he looks in the first game.
Much blockier.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
huge. He's less torso heavy and more like his chest is bigger, his shoulders are larger. And man, he just looks like a walking tank. Like you're expecting he looks like he
Yeah.
can rival Grimlock.
When he starts
But then when
sprinting,
they
you're.
yeah. Oh my gosh. But I get that. My favorite part about his new design is his transformation sequence because
God,
it
they
is
did the
so
primal thing.
indicative
Yeah.
of is that the right word? Indicative?
Yeah, that's
It
right.
depends on how the rest of the sentence
Yeah.
goes.
Of Optimus Primal transforming into the
Mhm.
gorilla. But Yeah, I like Transformers music. It's cool. But
Yeah.
Steve Jablonsky, if I recall, he also did the Gears of War soundtracks.
Mm, I wouldn't know.
Anyway, did you figure out your song? Your next music?
I think just because it matches the game so well, my fifth would be Hunt Showdown.
Ooh,
Because I also love like the old western bluesy style.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Folk.
few things hit harder than the first time you open that game and the menu music's playing. It's da 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 da. It's a bunch of deep voiced dudes just thump 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 da 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 da, and you're just like, yeah, this is dope.
I forgot about that. I've listened to some of the music. I haven't played the game.
It's really good. It's
M-
grim, but it's good.
Main menu
oh,
music
right.
that keeps you from playing the game is always really cool. When you just
My
sit on the
last one
menu
is
for a long time.
God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, is that have a good soundtrack?
Yeah, I like Bear McCreary.
That's cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got a war.
I know that's one through my head for
I
some
think it's
reason.
so interesting though how many franchises have like their most divisive games have some of the best soundtracks. Like Zelda 2. Gosh, I love Temple. I love all that game's music. Um, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, I
Oh
think
my
has the
gosh, I
best
didn't think
Monster
about
Hunter
Monster
soundtrack.
Hunter.
I love
World
its
of
waltz
Warcraft.
theme, its opening waltz. Yeah, that such a good soundtrack, and that game's pretty divisive. Wasn't as much as at release, but I think nowadays people don't tend to look. Some people don't look at the swimming very fondly.
Nate, why do you think these divisive games have such good soundtracks?
Um,
Because I have no clue. That would make, I don't know.
I would. I think it's for. I think there's two reasons. I think one is that people that don't like the game, in terms of reviewers, will still say, well, at least the soundtrack is good. That was one of the things when Final Fantasy 14 1.0 came out and ended up being like a 5.1 or something out of 10, 5.5 out of 10 by IGN or something. That game's the 1.0's whole original base soundtrack was the last Final Fantasy game completely composed by Nobuo Uematsu, right? And after that, it was Soken for the majority of stuff. But every reviewer said the game's bad, but the music, is so good. And then you've got the
So,
people who like the game, and if they're trying to defend it, I think they go, "Oh man, but the music is really good, right?" And so I think it's that kind of thing. You've got the people that didn't like the game that acknowledge, well, the music is great, and then you've got the people that do like the game that are saying, "Hey, well, this have you heard this? Like, this is really good."
sorry. For every time I yawn, we should do a counter.
Never again.
Ever again.
No.
May I pose a theory that I just thought of while you were giving your explanation?
Sure.
I think possibly the most divisive games having the best soundtracks is because in a game that is maybe not as mechanically good or as
Good.
good, or the story doesn't grip you quite as well. In these divisive games, players are maybe paying less attention to the fine details of the game, of the campaign, or whatever it may be, and their brain is looking for something to focus on while they play it instead. So maybe they notice the music more, and maybe they actually pay attention to it, and it gets more recognition, and they enjoy it more.
Yeah, that's probably
That's just a
certainly
theory.
I think that's certainly a possibility in a lot of cases. Well, that probably is how it is in a lot of cases. But in the case of the stuff I've been mentioning, like Final Fantasy and Sonic, in a vacuum, though, completely separated from their games, I mean, 13 is up there. Uh,
Yeah.
Black Knight and all that is up there. In two franchises known for their great music, '06 is up there, right? So it's, uh, I think there are a lot of games that have great soundtracks that that is the case, Brandon, where people go, that wasn't, there's one redeemable quality here because I'm actually paying attention to the music. But I also do think it's funny how some of the biggest franchises, their most divisive games, have really good soundtracks. I just find it funny. I'm trying to think of other examples. Um, I don't know what people think of like Metroid Other M soundtrack or um, trying to think of other
Dread,
franchises,
Dread
other
was good.
games.
Samus Returns. That was good music.
I like Star Fox Assault's music. I know that wasn't a
Ooh.
super popular game, but I liked that one and the game actually.
Nate, this is off topic, but Brandon just reminded me of a thing I saw um, where Masahiro Sakurai said that Captain Falcon canonically gets his power because of his deep faith in Jesus Christ.
What?
That's
Look it up.
awesome.
Look it
Dude.
up.
That's so
That's
cool.
real? For
Where
real?
does Captain Falcon get his power from Jesus?
Yep. And by the way, for a Japanese,
Pretty great.
yeah, for a Japanese developer to just outright, yeah, he believes in Jesus deeply. What are you gonna do about it?
His Falcon punch is divinely granted.
Hence why it's so powerful.
Does that make Captain Falcon the ultimate paladin?
Oh my gosh, he's a paladin. He's casting smite on his fist.
That's
what,
right.
That's what Falcon Punch is. It's divine smite.
Apparently it's satire.
Oh,
No.
darn.
I don't think he actually said it.
Well,
Someone
I'm
else
gonna
said
believe
it.
it's true.
They
It's
they
canon.
quoted him
It's
as
canon
it.
event.
Caca.
Well, that'd still be interesting.
Caw, caw,
Caca. It's the beak.
caw, caw.
The beak. The beak. Da, da, da,
Brr.
da, 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 da.
I don't know why.
You're such a blobfish.
Every time I see my face in a camera, I just have to make stupid faces. I've been doing it the entire podcast. Oh, okay. He covered my face with
Yeah.
his fingers. That was the joke. Nathaniel looks thoroughly unimpressed.
Just a smidge disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just angry.
Go start counting in the mirror.
Yeah, Nate, do the exercise. You can't even do one.
I'm not angry or disappointed.
Good.
1,
Ha ha ha.
2. That was you earlier this week. Stop it.
What has happened? What's going on?
We devolved. Big monk. Anyway,
Yeah,
so music. Good soundtracks.
yeah. Okay.
We just broke that into a
I think
freestyle
we've.
of
I
chaos.
think we've. I
We've
don't know if
lost
there's
track of the
anything else
plot.
for us to cover. Yeah, on
We've
music.
lost the pod.
Unless you guys have other. I can think of any other games that
podcasting.
that aren't very popular that have weirdly
I
great soundtracks.
don't know. I mean, I think we could talk about game music for a long time.
Hmm.
It's also all completely opinion based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you two mirror opinions a lot on this stuff, just because you guys have basically the same childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of the things, I mean, and we mostly like the same things too. There's just there's a degree to which we like. I really like Gundam, but Scott likes it a lot more than I do. But I still like it, you know.
One thing I regret is I never actually cared about the music in the video games I played up until like high school. I never cared. It was just like, oh, fun game, yeah.
That's funny to me because music in video games I think it's always been the first thing that I've gravitated towards.
Yeah, it's about all we
Every-
listened to for years too.
But see, I'm a different kind of gamer.
Besides,
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
yeah, but like
I
besides,
started out.
say what you're saying, Brandon. Me? Okay. Well, like besides, Chris Tomlin or something, like Scott, Abby, and I, what we grew up listening to was game music. I mean, whenever we someone would give us an iTunes card. We'd each go buy 15 Sonic the Hedgehog songs. Like, that's just, and we had a bunch of Sonic music we listened to.
Yeah.
And now we
Yeah.
have all the music to listen to because
Because
streaming
streaming.
services.
Yay!
And you can bet that
streaming services.
It's funny because even as an adult, whenever there are times whenever we're coming back from Disney World, and I'm just really tired, but we need to just drive home. Iton and I will put on Crush 40's greatest hits,
Disney
Super
World.
Sonic
and we
songs,
will
basically.
jam out to Sonic music
Mhm.
to keep me awake on the way home.
Dude,
It's
I
dope.
love it. It's so good.
Yeah, man.
7 Rings, dude. Oh. I am all of me. Oh.
Not the Crush 40 version, the Zebra Head version of his world is my favorite.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's the Zebra
They're
Head version,
different.
and then there's the version made by at least two. It's the main theme version. It's the,
The
one,
one-
that the theme that plays when you pull the
Yeah, with the
game.
violence and stuff. And where
Yeah.
they don't swear in it.
No, they
but
still
it's-
they still swear.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Anyway, they're the lyrics are different though between the two, cause what's his name? Johnny, how would you say his last name? The main Crush 40 guy still wrote the song.
Yeah.
He still wrote it. Just but Zebrahead was the one who performed it.
So
But the Crush 40 version is different.
yes,
And I like it because it's weird. I feel like you could fit it in a playlist and it'd be a little less out of place, you know?
Yeah.
In a normal playlist. Not that I care, but I really like it. It's good, dude.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
Cool.
Brandon?
I don't remember now.
It was about like
Gravitating.
different kind of games, different kind of upbringing, something like that, different music.
Oh, I was just saying. I played different games growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't play the same games as you guys did. So for me, music, although it's very important for all games, it wasn't the focus
Mhm.
of me. I played World of Warcraft. I played Call of Duty as a kid. I regret that now. Call of Duty sucks. It's true. It's true. And they don't even have good soundtracks. Like they have some
I haven't
like
heard
good
any of them.
songs and pieces, but like the sound, they're not
I've
known
barely
for their
played it, though.
soundtracks.
Actually, now that I think about it, good soundtracks. I mean,
Modern Warfare 2 is a good soundtrack.
well, I'm not talking about Call of Duty, but like other shooter games like Titanfall or Halo.
Titanfall 2 is really good. Halo's good.
Yeah.
Halo.
Destiny's really good.
Destiny.
Dun, 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 dun.
Destiny was good.
Destiny's good because the original, which I haven't heard anything with Destiny 2, but all the stuff I like from Destiny 1 was the stuff made by the Halo guy before Bungie fired him. So
Or of Destiny 2, the Gambit theme
Oh,
is really good. I really like that one. Yeah, but like Halo.
Mhm.
Halo's pretty good. Halo 3 is really good. ODST is
Yeah,
really good.
ODST,
Dun.
man. That got me
Dun, dun,
through
dun.
that Halo music got me through high school.
Yeah.
It's what I listened to work because I really couldn't listen. Like I needed something that would not be too distracting, but at the same time was not too unbusy.
Yeah.
So Halo music is what I listen to get through homeschool, high school, pretty much. Yeah. Divinity
that it?
2
Have we
has
hit
a
the
good
wall?
soundtrack.
Divinity 2?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
That's
Baldur's
pretty good.
Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good. Those are good ones. I mean, we still listen to those. I'll turn on the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack just because that opening theme is fantastic.
Oh, that's the only song I
Yeah.
remember from the
All
game.
right. Last question will end it. What game has the most iconic opening theme soundtrack? Just the opening theme.
Mario.
What do you mean, main menu theme? Or like first
Sure.
level?
Main menu.
The prelude's
What
pretty
game-
good. The
Mario?
Final Fantasy prelude.
Oh.
The Halo opening theme is pretty big.
How about Skyrim?
That's another good one.
Fallout 4's is pretty iconic at this point. Bethesda is they get slept on. They make some good menu music.
Yeah. But I think iconic of all time, it's probably just Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
The first level. Yeah.
Yeah. Da da
Oh,
da
yeah.
da da da.
Tetris would also be good. Tetris Theme
Tetris.
A.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
probably it. Tetris Theme A.
Do, 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 do,
Yeah,
do, 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 do,
that's
do,
probably got to be
do,
it.
do.
Unless we
Yeah.
can say like
I mean, you
Lego
got to
Star
think about
Wars
what is
opening with the
something that
Star Wars
just
theme or
about
whatever.
everybody has touched,
Yeah,
and it's probably one of those like older Nintendo games
yeah.
because
Minecraft.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting because you think of that. The reason why I said Prelude from Final Fantasy is because it's used in so many of their games. So that's an
yeah,
example of something that even if they haven't played every game, someone's maybe heard that. Um, you know, the Halo theme. You've seen the memes of the people singing in the bathroom, right? Like, uh, a lot of people know Tetris. A lot of people know the main Mario overworld. What's that called? Athletic or something? No, Athletic is the. I think that's Athletic. Um, Pac-Man. That's one.
wow,
If that
wow,
counts as a
wow.
song. Um, yeah, that's an interesting. I'd be curious to know. Because if we're
Mm.
counting those jingles, then Donkey Kong too. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-dun.
Yeah,
That's another
was it
one.
in '95 or something? In '91?
What? No, I'm
What
talking about the original Donkey Kong, arcade Donkey Kong.
yeah.
Oh, that would have been 80s.
Oh, what am I
Yeah.
thinking of?
I have no
I'm trying to
idea.
remember the names from the
Maybe
Smash
it's Street
Bros.
Fighter.
The Smash Bros. Like playlists where you could go through and find all the different names.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, the song you mean? Oh,
Yeah,
I have no idea. I thought you were talking about when did the game come out? I was like the 80s, dude.
yeah, I know that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Hmm.
All right. So I think we have a solid. It's either Tetris, Mario, or one of those.
Mario.
It's probably Mario something. Yeah.
Mario transcended video games. It went into movies.
Yep.
That's true. So can the opposite be true? Can the Star Wars opening theme be for all the Star Wars games that have started with that? Is that the most iconic video game theme?
Yeah, but believe it or not, I don't think it's actually more iconic than Tetris, though.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Tetris is pretty big.
Got all those Russians. Ba, 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 ba.
And that's how we end the episode. We just end the episode on us being stupid.
Click.
Don't make me throw myself out of your chair again. You might enjoy that.
It's cool.
All right.
What is? Do I have something near my elbow? Like on the elbow? No.
Whoa. We
Whoa,
wouldn't show
what in the
up.
world?
All
What
right.
did we do?
Final thoughts? I don't know. Final thoughts?
Transformers Fall of Cybertron is the best.
It's a good game.
Those are my final thoughts. Go listen to that soundtrack.
I'm trying to make this thing. What did we do?
I don't know. What are your final thoughts, Brandon?
I like video games. I like music. I enjoy Disney World.
I just want to point
I
out.
don't like traveling.
Yeah.
Can I do laundry soon?
Yeah,
Cool.
you can do it.
Do
Just
it
switch
today.
the sheets over and you can throw them in.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I want to wear one of these shirts to church tomorrow.
Actually, here are my final thoughts. I think it says a lot about us that none of us mentioned like a Guitar Hero or like Dance Dance Revolution.
That's different. Well, Dan,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
those aren't
like
really
if you
video
want to
game
I
talk
guess
about,
those are like
songs.
actual
but those
songs.
aren't.
Like
Those are
those
actual
are not
songs.
video game songs.
I mean,
Never
Dance
mind.
Dance Revolution. There's
I
some
did,
iconic songs
however,
there, right? Boom, 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 boom. I
I
want you in my
played
room.
an
Like, have you heard
absurd
Dance Dance
amount.
Revolution?
I played an absurd amount of Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
Cool.
I didn't.
So
No, we never had those.
I used to challenge myself to try and get through the fire and the flames without missing a note, and it was like impossible, dude. It's so insane.
Sweet. Nate?
Final thoughts. Love video game music. Way too biased towards Final Fantasy, but it just speaks to me, man. The music does, the stories do. Uh, but oh, I heard that.
You heard that in the mic?
Oh,
Is that a
No, it was bad.
That was a bad.
but anyway, video games music is great. Disney World is cool. Glad you guys have gotten to hang out. I'll need to. We'll need to someday. The three of us get together again. Yeah. But anyway.
A big shirt. Sorry. I'm such a child.
So long, folks. Have a good one.
I've broken Nathaniel 3 times this conversation. And he's gonna cut out 2 of them.
Insert ending here.